that is exactly what you want to see, is it not?
I don't think you can really ask for much more than that. Victory Royale and 9 limbs. The man is so talented, has always been one of the top solo players in the North American region, and he shows it right there in game 1, and already a 9-point lead. Solid stuff.
What an incredible game out of the gate already. Number 1 down. We have 5 left to go. We want to take a look and see exactly how some of those pieces played out, how everything worked, and maybe a little bit of a deep dive into how some of these players play. So we're going to throw it over to Sundown, Unreal Island to take a look.
Thank you so much.
El último día. Sí.
Che, ese uso que está afuera está limpio. Puedo lavarle este y arreglarle el cierre de paja.
Y bueno, va a haber varios cambios también. Muchos.
¿Cómo le arreglas? Porque es una camperita que, o sea, le queda cortita ya, como que...
¿Has tocado?
La usa hace 4 años. Esa era de Lucas.
Going into game 2, yep. Knowing that we still have 5 remaining, knowing that based on the leaderboards from yesterday, that 17 points at one point separated first and last. And by the way, a quick note, we can see the mini-map, but I think Tfue, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
I'm pretty sure Tfue has the block all by himself. Again, Clipnote didn't want to challenge him this time.
No one nearby at all, and also on that map, look at the two fellas. Right outside a racetrack, it looks like one player's about to go claim him. Also, Bizzle, who basically lands in Dusty Divot uncontested, I believe already got a llama in this one. So, some great movement will be up there for them. Here again, the stats for last match. First place, the Victory Royale, 19 total points because of those 9 limbs. Sitting pretty. 5 games away from $3 million.
I have to say, I feel like after one game, seeing an average placement stat of first, that's something I would screenshot just to apply to. Yeah,
Best player in the world.
I averaged first through all the games that they've played.
Here was Aqua versus Twins Aqua, as we can't stress enough, our Fortnite World Champion from yesterday in duos. Only with a common SMG is Twins and Pumps being missed left and right from Aqua. And I'm going to tell you right now, Aqua's going to be upset with himself on that one, Dr. Lupo. That was a sloppy fight from both sides. I'm going to say it right now. Those early game fights can be very, very awkward, but we also have the first elimination, what we saw earlier. And it was Bizzle with the common pistol and then says, here's your reward. A llama that was looking at a nice view from the top of Dusty Divot.
By the way, a quick note here. Twins had 46 elims in his qualifying matches. That's so many eliminations to get to this point. Over 10 games. That's huge.
And most players didn't even get to play the full 10. So you got to think Twins did pop off in his region when it was going on
right
through.
there.
Yep.
2 shadow bombs. Already has a flint knocks, minis, and a pump. Solid early game loadout. Pick up maybe one more movement ability, depending on whether or not he wants to.
No.
So hopefully we'll slurp at some point.
Las veces me van a matar. Julio, profe.
Still on the defensive. Long-range spray from a drum shotgun isn't enough, but up close, the thing is very, very deadly. Nix picking up first elimination for him.
Also with the emote, the eliminations. Let's do so spicy.
Jeff, you love it.
I love this.
You'll love it.
I get like 1 elim for every 3 games. So every time I have the option to code it, it's fantastic.
A very important note there. Nix had the most eliminations in the online opens at 61 this qualifying weekend. But that's crazy too. And Nix from Brazil we often saw very aggressive gameplay from those players during their qualifying matches.
All they would do was kind of just stomp through their lobbies. We always talk about how insane it was. Here's the inventory for Tfue right now. 4 minis. 3 big shields.
Good lord.
4 shadow bombs.
Good lord.
A launch pad. A legendary infantry rifle. A big pump shotgun. Tfue set up for the rest of this game, nearing max materials as well. This is what happens when you give this man block all by himself.
Nobody wants to challenge here, but it's one of the best loot spots in the game. Robab's over on the right side of your screen, going to try and take that southeast corner building, see if there's anything left inside. But there's so much loot here at the block, so many materials, so many opportunities to get an advantageous position too, because you're right up the hill, like I said before. This baller up there, they'll get pretty quick, but if they don't, it's lucky, re-rotation as well. So not terribly far. Glory down there. Meanwhile, Mr. Savage stepping to 1v1 down here at Happy Handle. There's actually 3 players total. My apologies. You see on the minimap in the bottom right there. They can't see those arrows, but we definitely can. And Crew and Takamura still down inside in the building. Audio trying to listen for each other. Takamura, you see, not really moving. Crew trying to do some wall replacing to build up a little bit of a material buffer in case fighting does happen here. I think Mr. Savage going to rotate up.
Here is Tfue, player just in front. The fight he's potentially looking to take. Not sure exactly what the health is of the opponent just ahead, but you got to think, okay, so there is a health advantage. Maybe Tfue did a bit of damage as Kluja will begin to heal on up. So it does look like Tfue damaged the player, thought about challenging, but for right now, we'll just box for a moment. They are very, very soon going to have to move towards the zone.
If you're watching online and you get an opportunity here to clip some shots from Tfue, it's going to be very accurate. We've seen it before, and we'll see him again with that infantry rifle. One of the best in the game.
That was kind of greedy from Tfue. He has a ton of materials. I think he didn't expect his opponent to challenge and go for a shot, but because he tries to save a couple walls of wood, he has to pop one of those big shields, and Kluja says, you know what? I'm out of here, and the zone's already there, so Tfue has a long trek ahead of him. Might have to decide if he's going to use a launch pad here. Probably not, as he does have the slipstreams down below, but still will take some damage from the storm.
If there is a rift spawn up at the bird, he can take the zip across, jump off midway through, and go down and grab it. We'll see.
Bugha eliminated to start off this game in 90th place. So our game 1 winner out early on, which means that that 9-point lead will surely be cut down as this one goes on. Quick thing I want to remind everyone of, yesterday we were nearing the #1 trend in the world on Twitter. I'm going to challenge all of you right now. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup across everywhere. Send in how you're watching today. Let me know who you think's going to win. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup everywhere from the millions of you all tuning on in. Can't stress that enough. Let everyone know that the largest event, one of the largest events of all time, concludes today with a $30 million prize pot in total throughout the weekend.
Sorry, holding headed here. Stuck a little stalemate. He's going to hold that side, look for the shot. Can't quite find it. Player backs out of that. Not fast enough.
Mr. Savage goes down to Mega.
Big names eliminated early in this game 2 of the World Cup solos. Start holding this edit yet again. Just trying to wait and watch to see if he's going to spot this player and make a move. This might be a opportunity to make a play here. Twins kind of baiting the ultimate high ground here. Quick little resets, can go for a wall replace. Does get it. Pressure applied, gonna jump up. He built the ramp preemptively to defend against any shots. Here it is, a shot from the side does make contact. Twins down to 90 total HP. Big hit there with the shot. He can try and rotate up on the outside, putting pressured against the edge of the storm, and a build off is kind of the only answer at this point. Quick, and it's down, doesn't quite find that player inside ahead of him has the lead. Another big hit, 14 HP left for Twins. A build fight is all he's got left. He could shadow and try and get away, but if the player inside is smart enough, Keemstar knows exactly where to shoot. Twins is going to go down. We'll see here. One pump is all it takes, though, with this thing. 150 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Almost going down there. No shield remaining. A back and forth between these two titans of Fortnite. And there it is. Keemstar finding the lead with the shotty there, and Twins eliminated.
Move towards Storm Surge kicking on in. I do want to point out where this next zone is. Spoke to production. We'll bring that back in for you all to see just how insane zone number 2 will be for everyone on this map.
Actually, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they have a long, long run ahead. Look at that.
All the
a third
way
of the
to
zone
south side.
Off the map.
Not only are you forced all the way to the bottom of the map, you've got nothing on the south end of the safe zone. Players going to get compressed together. I would expect going into circle 3 or 4, you're going to see a very low player count in comparison to last game. We're already down to 75. And Storm Surge now getting ready to kick in. You have 5 players that need to go down before damage starts to go out to those that have not dealt enough of it. Yep. Multiple players bunkering up here at Happy Hamlet. Not a whole lot of real estate left. Shots going out there. You heard that minigun, one of the very, very good weapon for applying pressure to structures, especially when you see other players are taking shots at the same target. Let it fight the top left of your screen there. Replay between Niddle, opponent inside the box. Caught above, but headed down. Quite find the first shot. Follows through with a second, third, fourth, and the elimination.
He had 1 health left. If you look, after the 50 health was earned, he was stuck at 50, meaning he was under 1 HP. He had effectively 0.9% health. And goes down right there. His opponent can't win the fight as you recorded Nakamura on your screen. 106 179 total HP, and that's a tough battle you have here, Dr. Lupo. Do you use your last healing item in the big shield
Nos
for
vemos.
only 21, or do you hope maybe 179 health is enough for the next fight? It's a double-edged sword, a tough decision to make. Storm Surge still active. 4 more players need to go down before it ends.
Trying to get the wall there, can't quite find it. Quick edit up and out. Solid. Gonna make the rotation away. Waiting. This is just an opportunity. He's basically trying to bait to see if the player inside is gonna head out. Shockwave, Lecce hits the tree. Cost him. Pressure being applied now. The 1v1 not over quite yet. Combat shot.
Soquete. Soquete. Soquete.
En Tailandia se usa mucho el spa frente al mar. Con unas especies de cámaras. En Tailandia es barato, 400 baht salía, en la isla más cara. Traducidos a pesos son 300 pesos nuestros. Para un masaje de 40 minutos es re barato. Que acá está como 800 pesos, ponele. Y ponele, para hacerlo en otro lugar de Brasil, no está eso implementado. Unas hermosas palapas, qué sé yo, le traes un traguito, se relajan frente al mar, con los guachos lejos, porque le tenés que poner una especie de castillo inflable para que los pibes no jodan, porque la idea es que se relaje la gente, no que esté pendiente gritando ¡eh! Pero esa idea me re gustó, me pareció interesante. Que la gente se relaje y los niños estén en una especie de jardín inflable.
And he's going to try to use whatever his opponent places down right here.
Try and bait, doesn't put down that launch pad. Here we go. For a second, he might go for the second. Chooses not to. Flying past multiple players in.
Shadow Bomb.
And here we go. Shots from the backside. Pressure being applied on Tfue, and he's going to have to box up for just a second. There it is. Shadow Bomb, door edit. On the outside, he is in the shadow form still, and you can keep this by Joe against the wall.
That was not a good Shadow Bomb, I can tell you right now.
Gotta be disappointed there. Big hit from above, down to 55 HP. Tfue, the edit from the outside, and he is eliminated by King.
And look who it is again. King, the player with 7 eliminations in game number 1. Keeps the aggression going. In game 2, the heavy sniper that immediately destroys that wall and is rewarded with incredible loot, almost max builds as well. Tfue, a very quiet start to today's World Cup competition.
Here's that elimination on Tfue, a shot from above. A little bit of shield damage, but a big hit from the outside. There's a heavy sniper take that wall almost instantly. Very intelligent play there. Again, more impressive play we've seen thus far.
Yep, and it's working out up to this point.
Oh my gosh, this is back down at Happy Hamlet, right on the edge. So many players on the east side of the safe zone, and this is a far southwest. Remember, about a third of it is in the water right now. Nobody's on the island, the outside. We're going to see where this goes next. There it is, focused just to the west. That submarine atop the ice mountain right there.
Look at how many players are stacked on the right side of that zone. So if you're currently in this next zone, on that north or east side, you can put a ton of damage downrange as everyone has to move right at you. You see Karu does go down to Diego GB in your elimination feed. Drop coming on crew box, the Treo box, the Rux. Safe. They are so far to the side of the zone. This is going to be quite quick, Ben. They've got it ready for it. There's already the first shotgun. Rux trying to shoot them from behind, but not able to get elimination there. Flats so far away. Will use the launch pad and just begin to move towards this circle.
You have to think at this point with both placement and eliminations before too long here. King maybe taking an opportunity to push into the first place position on the leaderboards, especially moving down so early in this game, 90th place.
I love this outfit from Rux right now.
He's a dinosaur.
Rux is, no, I'm talking about his real life out.
He's a dinosaur.
He's set up to play in the Fortnite World Cup at 1, and then he's got a dinner date at 7:30. So good for him.
Listen, class is everything, Jack.
I mean, the guy looks great. I'm going to give a shout out for that. Best dressed, 2 extra points. A Fortnite World Cup champion right there, Rux.
Only a 6 damage tag from the side there. Didn't have to panic too much. That I would panic a little more about.
When you have no movement. When you have no movement in that part of the zone, it's literally exactly what I just spoke about. King on your screen, but also something we haven't spoken a lot about, Reverse 2K. Duo with Ninja, unable to qualify together for this competition, but did make it into solos, and now seeing what he can do by himself. Was on the farm side of this zone, so also not a fun spot by any means.
Quick note, King currently has the highest damage in the match, 574, meaning, like I said, that aggressive gameplay. Still in it, still trying to win, still trying to get the beat on players, and a quick beam on Aspect up the ramp, caught off guard by an edit play. A shot through the wall, gets the follow through with the edit. Nate goes down. He is playing out of his mind right now.
King reminds me of like Vinny and Zextro back from the earlier duo competitions when they would just try to fight anyone they saw. King, 7 eliminations in game 1, now 4 eliminations in game number 2, and there's still 42 players remaining. And there is only one person in the next zone that just popped up, Dr. Lupo. It is as far west as possible, and look at those arrows frantically moving on over as everyone knows prime real estate is available. This is one of the most insane zones I've seen. Look at, no one's in it, no one's in it.
Quick couple notes about King, one of our players from Argentina. He is the minimum age required in order to play for the World Cup. 13-year-olds from
King is 13.
He is
my goodness.
Jack is 11 million times better than both of us.
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous to think about. Cosmic on the height, Vivid still alive in this game, Artwork still alive in this game, Drakton's still alive in this game. What does King use here? Looks like he will again place the launch pad, and what you saw right there, a ramp placed backwards to bounce off of it so he doesn't go all the way up. It's basically a sitting duck up in the air. Kind of flows quite quickly towards the opposing player. King, imagine winning $3 million as a 13-year-old. I mean, I think I would have bought like a Razor scooter when I was that age, probably. And enough ice cream to, well, don't really know where I was going with that, but to be honest, there's going to be a lot of ice cream.
Surprised that food's the topic here. The push through the air. King getting aggressive in that safe zone. Here we go. Going to have to hold the wall for just a moment. Little drop down. I like this repositioning. He doesn't want to remain in the same elevation. He's got multiple floors now in case he needs to take a drop there. Yarkos gets beamed from the side. Limited by Scalar. Arkham in the feed, pick it up, and Elim on Bella EU. Dubs, Bucky, multiple players still in this game on your screen. Clicks taking out Cease in the feed.
29 players left is the big thing to note. Four more from placement points, which if you make it to the top 25, instantly 3 points earned. That is on the mind of every player still remaining, and the zone's still moving west now.
Shots through. And he got a quick swap there, picks the shouty back up. Interesting little play on the fly there from Zell. Do just enough damage to the wall. Here we go. Shockwave. Gonna look for optimal placement. Maybe a little bit of time to disrupt the Shockwave into a Shadow Bomb. 9,000 IQ to get all the way across the map and take as high on the mountain as possible. Very excellent play there. Positioning for King, the star of the show thus far for game 2. 5 eliminations. We are in the top 25 for placement now, so those points go out. And that's got to push King even higher on the board.
Yeah, King was already surging towards the top of our leaderboards. Now could very well be after this game. King spraying on through with the submachine gun. Players moving as fast as they can over this mountain. The left side of your screen, now the full screen. Enku still moving through. Look at how fast he can tunnel. Benji Fishy's still alive in this game. Just took down Drakons. Down the hill we go. Road Shark on height right now, but we'll need a waterfall down for a moment. Vivid still followed on up. King down to just 40, 30, 20, 15 HP. Under 10. No, still 17 HP. Will only be at 42 effective health. I mean, if he gets any further than this, it would be an absolute miracle. And no, down goes King, but I think one of the crowd favorites beginning to emerge today. Fantastic performance at this point. Benji Fishy goes down as well.
little bit of a crowd building up behind him. Dubs still in a baller at the bottom.
Top 15.
These are sitting on 2 eliminations in this. The entire field is at the bottom of your screen on the left with Rogue Shark remaining up top, forced into the drop. Get away, looks like a shadow bomb to save any fall damage. Vivid beamed on the rotation up to the ultimate high ground.
Vivid's on height.
Still there too.
Vivid's on height.
It's an opportunity here, can capitalize and take shots on all these players rotating. At this point, Vivid's best bet is to force players out of ballers into fights. You don't want to let them remain inside and safe. If you pop them out, it may be an exposed position. Other players will take shots, and that's going to get you in a better place.
Look at the ballers. The ballers beginning to scale the mountain. Vivid, I think, still has high ground. Has time to pop a mini by chance? Nope, nothing as of yet. Now the fight for height begins. Vivid building out a argument elimination feed now into our top 10. Issa, the controller god, as many regard him as, takes down Sam. Another one on the batch too. So Issa from Europe getting involved in this game as well. Vivid and Rogue Shark all the way on high ground. Still multiple ballers in play. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. This is game 2 of 6, and oh no! Vivid has lost the high ground, but he says no! This is mine, young man! And takes it right back. No mats! No mats! No life! Vivid is out of this game. But he got the limb. He got the limb on the Rogue Shark.
He's at 2 eliminations, sitting in the middle of the pack right now. 7 players remaining. The end of game 2 right before your eyes, folks. 120 total HP. He can't spend any time out of the zone right now. Player down inside the box. Can't quite get in. One right behind outside. Can't find a beat. Issa goes down, placed in 4th. A 1v1. Dubs, the ultimate high ground. The crowd cheering behind him, looking to see if he can capitalize on this advantageous position.
Down low, it's Dubs versus Skype.
A little bit of a build-off between the two, layering defensively against each other, but Dubs,
no builds.
One build. The flint knock to save him on the drop might be the play, just outside ahead of the build. Maybe can catch himself.
Oh my gosh,
Slid out of storm. This might be it. Shockwave into the flint knock, in the safe zone, doubling back, another one, a valiant effort. He's got to find a bead, but he won't be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 goes to Skype.
Skype had 27 health left, 8 HP. He took 1 hit from the storm, he was dead, but he clutches on up. We heard in the interview earlier, he said, I'm going to play my game, win, do what I do best, and Skype does it there. Dubs, what a valiant effort. Look at Skype's HP. Literally 1 storm tick would have been enough, but Dubs had no mats left, and unfortunately didn't wind up making it up that mountain. Skype just wins. And there you see the celebration. Game 2 goes to EU as Skype comes out on top.
Esa fue la copa de
11 points for Skype. Gonna be great for the leaderboard. We'll have to see exactly where they end up. But a big, just honestly, a maximum effort from Dubs was insane to try and stay inside. Absolutely incredible. Here's your leaderboard as it stands right now. First place being held by Booga. 9 elims, 19 points from that first game. No showing in the second game, but it's still enough to keep him all the way at the top. But King slowly climbing his way up to the top, just behind now by only 1 point.
Folks, King can't drive because he's 13, but he can win $3 million today. When you talk about lives being changed, it's what the Fortnite World Cup Finals is all about. And now our crazy 9-point lead is down to just 1, 1st through 10th within arm's reach. Our top 20 absolutely there as well. This is still anybody's game.
Saying the spread between 1st and 20th still very, very close. Anybody can climb all the way to the top in an instant, as we've seen countless times of the 10 weeks of qualifying all the way to here. New York City for the Fortnite World Cup, and this is the final day. Jack, today we give away $15 million in prizing.
It is absolutely crazy.
It's insane.
The energy in here so far today. I'm sure everyone's having a blast watching. Games 1 and 2, fantastic. So much happened, even more than we could probably even take in, and that's why we've got great people like Balla to help us out.
Thank you so much, Courage. Yes, I'm here We have a ton of awesome plays, a lot of action unfolding in that game. I'm going to help break it down. We're going to hop in with King, who got so many eliminations this game, no placement points. But if you recall, the beginning of this, nice tags here, gets the player white damage. He knows he has health. He knows he just has only health, no shield. He just continues forward and goes for the box fight. In the second zone, the zone is about to start coming in. He has no fear, the aggressiveness of the player, and the double edit makes him fall right back into his own box that he had a floor on already, gets the cone on top. That's Leleo, another player from South America, but he continues to take out big names, and here is Tfue. He tags him a little bit, but then pulls out the heavy sniper right as Tfue takes the box. And because of that, that came as a surprise to Tfue that he could bring out the heavy sniper, take the wall right in that instant. Usually he'd be expecting the pickaxe on the wall, but the heavy sniper, speed. That's it. Continuing to look forward, continuing to look towards the it's aspect that he takes out. That's 3 eliminations, but he goes on forward and grabs another one with great awareness onto Nate. So
Creo que ya terminó la copa.
¿Y entonces?
Estaba jugando, pero ya terminó. Mientras yo estaba jugando. ¡Ay, conseguí un nuevo planeador! ¡Qué subnormal! pues hoy
Sí.
Ese encima está torcido. Querías mal, lo sacas igual. Ah, tarado. Tarado vos.
bueno, creo que lo dejamos acá.